Welcome back. It is race day. There's some cool things that I've learned today about my 100 breaststroke that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention and just use this platform to just kind of show you guys what I see in the race and what I'm going to be working on tonight. So one of the huge perks of being on the national team is USA Swimming sends us all our metrics, and shout out to my guy Russell Mark. This guy is a legend, but he basically has all of my, like, the breakdown from my best swims in tempo, splits, speed, amount of strokes, you know, and so I'm able to then now look at those past swims to what I did currently and see what needs to be adjusted. My best time's 59.14. I went out 15 strokes and came back 19 strokes. Big difference for today is I was out 15 strokes, back 18. So what I realized, the first big note, and I'm gonna try and adjust this tonight, is my last 10 strokes going into the wall, I got a little too long, a little too relaxed, and that's where that 18 stroke count came from. So I'm going to try and keep the tempo up, almost build speed into the finish, and try and get the stroke count to 19 for tonight. If we look at the tempo, when I went 59.1, I was 1.43 out, 1.43 back, but this morning, my 1002, I was 1.48 out, so still a little slower, kind of marginal, not very much. But I was 1.47 coming back as well. So it kept a little slow. So now these are tiny little discrepancies, but over 50 meters, it adds up, and it adds time, and you can see, and there's other factors too, like maybe power or speed underwater, push off the wall, breakout, head position, things like that, that plays a huge role. But if we look at my splits, when I went 59.14 last year, I was 27.48 out, and I came back with 31.66. This time, this morning, I was 27.88 out, so a little more conservative. It's kind of how I wanted to swim this morning. I didn't want to kill myself going out because I was a little cautious just in terms of where, you know, I'm used to racing every week, every other week, and having not raced in exactly a year, I'm not as aware of the things I need to work on in race type situations. And so, you know, if that makes any sense, it's like I knew exactly how confident I was to go fast in Des Moines, but here I'm like, okay, I want to be conservative so that I can finish well. And I came back at 32.3, which is quite a bit slower than my best. So my best being 31.6, quite a bit slower. But what I noticed and what I felt confident in is my body never seized up. I never felt like I was dying. I never felt like I struggled in the stroke. So it was a pretty relaxed swim, and I'm excited for tonight to make those adjustments and see what we can do. And now that our prelim racing is done, I'm just gonna do some recovery. And PowerDot is a muscle stimulator, and so I'm gonna put this on for an extended recovery while I eat. I'm grubbing up on some Chipotle. Honestly, I think this is like is this like 6th or 7th meal of Chipotle since we've been here? Yeah. I mean, we had 2 Chipotle bowls yesterday, so it's basically all I eat when I'm racing. I love Chipotle. Chipotle, if you're watching this, I love you. Please sponsor me. Extended recovery. We're gonna look for quads. It's just gonna connect, and then ready, and then once we're good to go, we'll just boom, boom, pop this baby up to like 12. And the reason, so here's what will happen. You'll see the legs will kind of like twitch around a little bit. I don't want to go super heavy on the modes today. And my reason is because the stimulus contracts the muscles, I want to be loose for tonight. So I'm going to try not to have it, you know, tighten, tensen up. And then after this, I'm going to roll out and make sure I flush everything, stay hydrated. And then I'm also going to do some blood flow restriction up on my arms, and then take a nap, because napping is really the best thing you got to do. The goal is to be really fast, to kind of carry that momentum that we had from Des Moines in 2020 to now, and work on those few things that we know need to be adjusted. up going basically the exact same time, so 1:00.10, which is just super frustrating. Didn't feel good at all until like the last 30 meters. I wanted to come back in the right stroke count. I believe I did that. I'm gonna take a quick look and see if Russ was able to send that stuff over. Yes, Russ, you're a legend. Okay, so here we go. 100 breast data. It's loading. Let's see what we got. There we go. We did it. Okay. So second 50 was much better. The time is slow, 32:09 and 28:01 out. But if you guys remember from earlier, my 59:14, I was a tempo of 1.43, 15 strokes out. And coming back, I was 1.43, 19 strokes back. Here in this one, which is really good actually, I was 15 strokes out still, 28:01, with a tempo of 1.49, Dad. And then coming back, 32:09, 19 cycles, and the tempo was actually 1.41. So it's 2/1000ths quicker.
So I wonder
Or is that 100ths? Yeah, 100ths quicker. So it's good. I think then what that shows me is because the stroke cycle and the tempo is basically the exact same, my kick isn't as powerful as it used to be, Dad. That or the pullout or the breakout, like I'm losing speed somewhere in the race, and it's not because of the tempo or the stroke cycles. So it's something to do with the power output or the efficiency. It could be the efficiency of the stroke, maybe head position or hips or closing the feet, things that will create extra resistance and slow me down, lacking power. But other than that, what's really cool to see is the time difference between 50s is about the same as where I am when I'm at my best. So the splitting is good. It's just a little slow in the front and a little slow in the back. So I don't know if this helps you, but for me, this helps a ton. Being able to see this data and understand what's happening in my race and what things I can adjust is pretty huge. And that's interesting. But we're gonna dissect this a little more in private. If I come up with anything cool, I'll be sure to share it with you guys because your boy's an open book. Tomorrow is 200 free and 100 fly. Don't get too excited. I'm not actually swimming the 200 free. I'm gonna be time trialing the 50 freestyle inside the 200 free. This will be a separate vlog so you guys can enjoy that later. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's the vlog. You guys are legends. Thanks for tuning in for this. I know some of this might be a little boring for you guys, but you know, in order to improve and keep getting faster, you know, as we get closer to the Olympic trials, this data, this is what it's like being a pro swimmer. This is what you focus a lot of your effort and time on, and it's looking back at race video, data, and then racing. Obviously, we haven't raced in forever, and so a lot of new things that we got are not new things, but a lot of things we got to relearn for sure. Okay, cheers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Cheers.